Welcome to the H.U.M. Trail. Good morning, everyone. I am coming to you today from the city of Marengo, Illinois. It is at this point where I'm going to hop on the H.U.M. Trail, which is one of McHenry County's smaller trails. But I have not ridden this trail yet, so I'm always interested in checking out a trail I have not ridden. We are right here at the Trailhead in Marengo on Prospect Street. Now, the western portion of the trail actually currently ends at East Street, but there is no parking there, so this is the spot to start this trail. As you could see here, they have a restroom over here. They have a small parking lot here, garbage, bike racks, a couple picnic tables. So the plan is I'm going to go west. I'm just going to take it down to East Street, and then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to take it all the way down to Union, and then turn around and make my way back to the car. The H.U.M. Trail, the H.U.M. stands for Huntley, Union, and Marengo. Unfortunately, this trail does not make it all the way to Huntley yet, so it'll be really nice when it gets down to Huntley. Once you're in Huntley, it's not incredibly difficult to make your way to the Prairie Trail, and once you're on the Prairie Trail, you have access to a tremendous amount of available riding. They do have a little map box here. Let's check out this little box of maps, see if we get anything. There's something in here. Huntley, Union, Marengo Trail. Oh, and there we go. Very nice. I'm always a fan of seeing maps available at trailheads. Okay, so I've made it to the westernmost portion of the H.U.M. Trail. I'm here on East Street. Looks like here, this is mile marker 0 of the 3.5 mile trail. Looks like there's a really old cemetery here. There's a newer cemetery over this way. Okay, so at this point I'm headed east on the H.U.M. Trail, headed towards Union. Okay, so I've made it to the eastern end, or I should say the current eastern end of the H.U.M. Trail, right here on Vine Street in Union, Illinois. According to their water tower, they were incorporated in 1897. We have a post office here. So, as I said, this is the current end in Union of the H.U.M. Trail, which I guess right now should still be called the U.M. Trail, because it does not make its way all the way to Huntley, as previously noted. Apparently, at some point, the trail is going to continue headed east all the way to Huntley, and that would mean that it would go right past the Illinois Railway Museum, which is pretty cool if you haven't checked that out. And then if the trail makes its way all the way to Huntley, as I had mentioned before, it's not going to be incredibly difficult from the location there to make your way all the way to the Prairie Trail, taking a variety of side streets to make your way through that area and across Randall Road, and then make your way to the Prairie Trail, which at that point you could go all the way up to Wisconsin, or you could head down to Oswego or the Prairie Path or wherever you chose to go. So at this point, there's nothing else to do other than ride the 3.5 miles back to the car, although I guess technically less than 3.5 miles since we didn't park at mile marker 0. But rather than do that now, I am curious on how far away exactly the Railway Museum is from here. It looks like, according to this map, if I take it down to Jefferson Street and hang a left, I'm eventually going to run into a street called Olson Street or Olson Road, and the Railway Museum is right on that road. So I have some time, so I'm just going to explore just a little to see how difficult it would be to make my way to the Railway Museum from the current end of this trail. Okay, so as you guys saw, it's not incredibly difficult to get to the Illinois Railway Museum from the eastern end of the H.U.M. trail. So now I am just going to make my way back to the trail and start making my way back to Marengo. Okay, so we're back at the eastern end of the H.U.M. trail in Union, and all there's left to do is to head back those 3.5 miles or slightly less back to the car in Marengo. As always, when given the opportunity, let's take a moment to recognize Old Glory, waving in the breeze, as she should. So I turned around because this is the very first time I've been riding a trail right next to live gunfire. Looks like the guys who own this farm right here are shooting right into a backstop. Okay, so I've made my way back to the trailhead here in Marengo. The trail quality is really good. It's paved the entire way for the 3.5 mile stretch. There isn't really any emergency need of repair on any of it, so I was pleased to see the trail condition was pretty good. So if you go to the McHenry County Conservation District website, you'll see that there really isn't an incredible amount of trails in McHenry County. The largest one is the Prairie Trail. They also have one called Ridgefield Trace, which basically goes from Crystal Lake to Woodstock. They have the Hebron Trail, which basically starts at the Prairie Trail and makes its way to Hebron. They have the H.U.M Trail, the H.U.M Trail, which is the trail I just did here. And there's one more really small trail called the Stone Mill Trail. It's in Harvard. It goes between Harvard and Chemung, and it's only about 1.5 miles long, so it's the smallest trail in McHenry County. Spoiler alert, that's where I'm headed next. I have enough time to squeeze another really tiny ride in, and since Marengo and Harvard are pretty close to each other, I figure I'm going to stop there and just give that really short trail a ride. So at that point, I will have completed all the trails on the McHenry County Conservation District website. So I hope you like checking out this trail. That's all I have for now. I'll catch you on the next ride. Do you have a trail recommendation for me? Let me know in the comments below.